Is it working? Yeah, I think so. Everything is visible. That was probably like for a while too. Okay. I've been like trying to like focus on working on this one thing. I'm doing something somewhat different this time because remember yesterday I was like, shit, I can't texture paint at all. Well, that made me realize, well, maybe it's just me being bad at like coloring in general or like drawing in general. That I want to try to recreate, emphasis on the recreate, this middle eye in a app. It's not technically a drawing app, so I don't really have a drawing app, but it's concept. It is not traditionally a drawing app. It's not in the traditional sense. It's not the best, accurate artistic drawing. It's mostly like rendering ideas. That's what it's for. So it's been a long time since I've drawn something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on grayscale on my iPad. I'm gonna draw based on the grayscale to the best of my ability, and then I'm gonna turn off the grayscale, and we'll see how it turns out. And then I'll do a couple of iterations of the same eye just to practice and not get too attached to the same drawing because I tend to do that. Knowing that I need to make several, it might help. And I might switch to Procreate if it's the better software or something. First thing I noticed by switching to Grayscale is that the values were quite good and also quite consistent. The first one is getting a feel of the drawing. I'm not gonna set up like the whole camera stick again. So it's feeling because it's like I can't focus anyway, so let me just turn this on at least there's some public embarrassment if I can't focus. Okay, now that I got that outline of the eye quite well, okay. I'm just gonna try to like paint over it with as few colors as possible. Or a few values. Because if I try to color, that's way too much fucking focus. I'm gonna get away. I could get rid of these images though. It's actually kind of inappropriate. I guess I'll just click like to make too large. Yeah, that works. This is what I'm trying to create. The middle one. Because I like the middle. I also like this one though. This one's boring. Anyway. So the value I noticed is very good. It fills out the main shape initially first. But, I have to make a decision. It's a value study essentially, but it's also just to make sure that I know how to make lines anymore. Jesus Christ, it's been so long since I've drawn 2D. But my logic is, if I can draw 2D, I can draw 3D. The 3D is just 2D, but you move around sometimes. The first one is just me etching over the image, trying to find the values that make it look good. And then I'll put a second one, or rather than one, but more from memory. Not from memory, sorry, from reference and then from memory. That's the order I'm going in. I want to see where I lie on version. So bad. That drawing, believe that I want to try to find, not workarounds, but trying to like see what makes me draw good shit. Because I know I can, because I've done it before. We should figure out what works or what works so that I can import it into 3D. You know what I mean? So use not too many values, at least on the original one. Like when I'm just drawing over it, I'm trying to fill in where it makes sense to fill in. It's gonna look amazing first try. I realize that the best artists that I love the work of, they never draw without reference. Either color reference, shape reference, everything reference. It's like, well, they cheat a lot, quote unquote, not really cheating. And I can't. Not fair for me to be worse and work with less resources, is it? Yeah, why? Maybe. Yeah, I think better this one great. I need one more value. I'm not gonna do a value study yet. I'm just trying to confirm the fact that I'm not insane, which can be hard for me. No significantly lighter color. Oh, not at all. Did a bunch of values here though. This outline thing thing. This is entirely uninteresting, but you know, statistically I won't have a singular viewer, so it doesn't really matter. It don't matter. I got a bunch of fixes yesterday from viewers, so that was really appreciated. Love you, Mr. Cobbler. I'm not even gonna think about color. That's a good idea. What if I just make a black and white one to begin with, like movie, first animation kind of thing? What if it's just black and white? That could work. More barely, slightly later. Tell you that a lot lighter. A lot lighter. Oh my god. Probably true. Big and ball. Like, what is that interesting? On the bottom, that would be shadows. But on the bottom, the highlight is the color of the average color on the top. That's a weird, I don't know if that's a coincidence. Oh, bro, no, okay, I just missed it. But it is darker on the bottom than it is on the top, which is interesting. And more picnic color is supposed to be this lighter color. With a fade, which is difficult for me to do. I think one of my things better, I need a lighter color. Yeah. Like, just like so. And then there's this middle color, which is here. Yeah. Oh my god. So weird. But and then there's the lightest of the light colors in the four light series plan. So I have a total now of how many? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven values. I'm just sketching over the thing, essentially. Not essentially, that is what I'm doing. So there's no skill involved here. But I'm just trying to break down the fucking piece of shit color that they use. This is a mystery to me, and I want it not to be. So let's do this analysis of what the fuck they did, and then try to recreate it again, and then again, and then again, and then again, until I simply so we can make it somewhat aware. I have all these values I feel like I need to break down his image. Not all the ones that he used or she used are like gender, but it is enough to feel like you can fill in the major holes there. Because they like fade everything as well, which is something I'm not gonna do, at least not initially. Mhm. 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 Oh, this is very fucking interesting to do though. Wow, this is wild. I don't know how it'll turn out, but just filling in essentially with a coloring book at this point. Um, mm, mm. Just breaking down the major blocks until checks out, you know? Yeah. We're looking so far. I need to fill these in. basically darker color could be here. Okay, just kind of just put the fill in with this pencil. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, but, hmm. Because the pencil thing is really bad at filling in the color. So if I make it a solid thing, I might wear my nubs out. Like, mhm. So the fade away. Make it weird. Yeah, and notice also the shadows tend to go on top of the highlight. It's weird. It's like that's where the sharp angles are, and that makes sense. Hmm. One, three, black. Okay, I'll try to actually spell it out somewhat. Start it, haven't said this with this color. Oh, hold on, color selection by me. Mid layer, and then, oh my god, I'm on the image layer. I have no idea how long I've been on the image layer. Yeah, when you forget to switch layers, that's always fun. Hmm. And then, really, so, I'm to go darker again. The color that I thought was going to be used so little was actually used quite a bit. At least inside the eye, nothing else. That's more the value. Like two values left. The color you use the most is not the darkest color I'm used to doing. It's actually the mixed darkest color. Okay. Oh, that's the perfect value match. Okay, so we can go a little bit brighter. And it's also perfect value match. Haha, we can you go. You know, you hit the perfect value when you can't see what the fuck your color is doing. It's just blending perfectly into everything. I have no idea what the fuck you're actually doing. But that's not an unfamiliar feeling. Mhm. It looked amazing in the preview from afar. That's what I realized though. If you just zoom out, easy, easy now. Zoom out. It's really bright. No, there's not. Perfect value. I love it when you hit those perfect values. I'm like, just looks like that value. And then I'm right. Okay. I'm gonna get call from me, mom. I have to take this one. I'm gonna draw the highlights first, and then I'm gonna draw darker and darker and darker, because that seems to be a better way of going about this. So, look at this part, forget I got it to go back. Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, let me give her a play. Oh my God, that's pretty funny. What university just got caught in a scandal? Because they've been giving themselves too much money. What? Universities doing that? I'm shocked, honestly. I would never have considered my university to do that, or any university. Aren't they the moral high ground? Kind of expected. Universities are not places of intellect anymore. It's places where you get degrees. That's it. A little bit cynical, but kind of. I mean, I'm happy about. I'm positive about most other things when I'm not having a stroke. Jesus. But when it comes to universities, I'm just not because the reality is no, they are pretty bad right now. They're not as good as they used to be, and they're never gonna be. At least not for a while. They need to be fixed, but it's not gonna happen in my lifetime, so I'm not too worried. Because it's not my problem. I'm just here to get the paper and move on. Literally, all I'm here for is that paper, that thing that says you're allowed to do your education thing. The university ain't what it used to be, man. They're all pretty much the same. It's just like you only have to go back a little bit before you reach some scandal that your university's gone through at some point. If it's any kind of older university. Like I'm pretty sure if I read about my goddamn high school with 200 people in it, I'm gonna find some scandal. They kind of lost in the trust of these universities. I've talked to people that went to like really massive ones, like reputable, super reputable, like top universities, and they're like, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as in your place. So I'm happy with my choices, considering pay and just like I'm not paying too much for my college, and I get like say 80% of the way there. That's pretty good. I think the idea of university being a place you can go and then leave with information and get a job, information that gets you the job, something that died with the baby boomers and never been a reality since. Never gonna be a reality. And it's those problems that we have to deal with in our generation. Kind of funny that we have to fix a lot of their mess. And then they complain about us being lazy. Like, bro, come on, let's be self in the mirror. The most consuming generation of any generation, even at the oldest of ages. We still have like, oh, the most partying older generation of all time, you know? You just want to live a little. Shut up. You've been living a little your entire life. I want to be able to pay rent, but I can't. For the year. Only happy topics on this channel. But I'm mostly positive about the future. I don't blame them for the bad economy or whatever, because the bad economy is like everyone's experienced a bad economy in their lifetime to some degree. Not really bad thing I'm worried about. And that's what I think a lot of the like pride or righteousness that comes with each generation saying that the next one's lazy or whatever comes from, because they had this moment of uh, bad that they went through at some point because the previous generation fucked up something for them, you know, and then they fixed it or whatever. And they've been living off that high ever since. But I think is the case. I really want to sculpt more, but it's just this, what could I say? Not fascination, but the hurdle that I know is coming is texture painting. I really, really, really want to at least get a base level so that I can texture paint stuff that I like, so that I keep texture painting. Because if I only do this and it looks like this, it's gonna be really terrible. It's gonna suck, essentially. I'm trying to figure out, because with a pencil, it's really difficult to fill in the areas, but if I fill in too much, like I'm doing with the pen right now, it also looks stupid. It's like, huh. Pen looked quite good. The pencil looked quite good. But it's really difficult to fill in. Mm, I don't even know if I want to fill in. It might make it look worse. I don't know. I certainly don't. Like, it's like, it, mm. Yeah, there's a pencil here called a soft pencil that might be better. Just from a distance, this looks great. I just want to get one sample that looks good, even at a slightly closer range. I'm just being valued. I have no idea what the fuck the colors I've chosen are. Okay, soft pencil does fill in a lot better. Hmm. I think the reason I like the pencil more is because it creates like a fade. Claim the values, but I could be wrong. I usually am. So, fuck do I know? Not a lot. Okay. Are there any other brushes that might work better than this? Wait a minute. I do have brushes. They're in Blender. Where do I use the Blender brushes? The coloring in like this does not really work. It looks stupid. You just like get a flat background. That's a weird way to start painting, learning how to paint. Yeah, this looks equally as stupid as this. Hmm. Don't have any brushes in concept. The concept app is, like I said, got like the marker, hard pencil, and dynamic fountain pen. Not really meant for a whole lot of execution in the same way. And the marker doesn't work. Wait, isn't there like a soft mask, hard mask? There is some, yeah, it's like for architecture and it's okay. It didn't turn out terrible, but I know I can do better. Yeah, let's see with color though. Oh, it actually looks pretty cool. By turning on color all of a sudden with just having no value, it's pretty fun. Oh, that sounds very interesting. If I'm gonna get better at painting in Blender, just paint in Blender. Oh, there's another project. A really good point, me. We can do black and white like before. I don't know, can I turn my uh down in Windows? Let's see if that's even possible. Accessibility. I don't know how to write accessibility, I'm gonna be honest. Accessibility, green or color filters. Here we are. Ah, it instantly goes to grayscale. That's the default. Okay, yeah. Okay, we got options. Okay, just to take a picture of it. The reason I don't like it is because the brush is stuck in concept. But it's the only app I know. I don't want to learn Procreate. I'm already learning Blender. Maybe at some point I'll learn Procreate, or I'll even be able to afford Clip Studio Paint. Who knows? But as of right now, I can't afford it. So here's the photos, and then eventually it'll come around. Okay. Because then I get used to the brushes in Blender. So I could just use Blender as a drawing software. What's so wonderful about Blender? It's got everything. You don't need to, oh, I'll do another $30 subscription. Oh, I remember, wow, I'm so happy about the fact that I can do this. Wow. They eat color. Well, I've eaten crayons. They're not, no, they don't eat color. This is cooking food. But show me your artwork before you start guiding me, okay? I don't like your attitude. I mean, you've got decent color, but it's not the best. Mostly like simple shapes. I like the color choices, but I don't know if I struggle with color choices. There's no one to do with like the darker value. It's like Hmm, okay, pretty decent. Not bad. Yeah, but you're Asian. Right. I hate I hate it when artists go, "Oh, you know what you should do to get better at your art? Not art." What? Motherfucker. I thought that was the pivotal point. Do more of the art. I hate this bullshit. I'm going to this point. You clearly just like value colored it. Fine. You're breaking it down like an anatomy thing. What the fuck do you mean? You did the exact same thing that you did for anatomy. Uh, I hate artists sometimes. Because a lot of great artists have just been good, like Broca, and to some degree. He's just been good at drawing his entire life. So he's not that good at teaching. Because he doesn't know how to teach somebody who doesn't know how to draw. Because he's known how to draw his entire life. That's why I don't find their tutorials that great. Because he doesn't break it down, actually. A lot of it is like vibes. That's really upsetting. Okay, 3D animation. What happens if I click this? Oh, I get a canvas? 3D full canvas. What the fuck? There you go. I did the metric. How quickly does it take before people draw penises? And anything that you can draw in, that is a genuine metric, and it's not even a joke. Pretty quick, huh? Huh? This is it. Wow. Pretty close, pretty close. Missed it. Keep running. Nope. That's pretty good. I'm always too reluctant on adding the foreskin. Boom. That was probably my best one. Pretty close, pretty close. Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Anyway, let's not do this one because that's not the point. I'm trying to draw on 3D things, and I need my brushes. That's the whole reason I got this idea. I'll do the. We just need a flat surface. So, okay, which thing is easiest? What's the easiest thing in the world to UV unwrap? Well, diddle me this. I don't think it's anything easier than literally a square cube plane. If I go to UV editing, select everything, and then UV unwrap based on angles, that's it. And then we just do it from the top, and then we just paint on that, I guess. And I don't really know. Have this in the background or something. Bro, you're a fucking art student as well? Bro, my brother draws better than this. Hold on. Bro. The more I like learn about people, the more I realize that a lot of people are quite well off. You can think about these things with time because they have the runway. But when you're like 2 months, I got 0 months. I don't have that problem because I know I can always like go home and be homeless or something to some degree. But for my friends, right, some of my friends are on their own and no funding from parents or anything. But like they can't focus on anything long term. Like it's still they're picking up a new skill from scratch because well their runway is like 2 months and then they have no money. So if they are gonna do that, they'll just be broke. Okay, I got it. Uh, where's the paint system? There it is. I gotta get used to the paint system. This is what Craft Reaper does. If it's Yuku paint or paint system, doesn't really matter. I don't think. Here's my white painting. Now that I got warmed up, I can see that. Your roots shape your art. Yeah, but you fucking. I hate that sometimes. Your roots shape your art. Easy for you to say. It's like you draw anime and you're from Korea, probably. It's like, bro, the most popular style there is, and you happen to be the ethnicity. That's that's why I draw retarded things because mentally stupid. Okay. Let's bring in that reference photo. Let me send it to myself. Oh boy. Alexis. I don't know shit about Alexis. Lexicon. That exists. I've never read one. Who the fuck reads one anyway? Um. Gotta send a funny image. Hmm. Okay. Oh no, TikTok. Everything is a TikTok. I don't have TikTok. Jesus. I give up on this joke. I was gonna make a joke. Don't care anymore. Honestly. So, I like if the person that I send the most messages is myself. That that probably indicates something. Not great. Okay. Here's the drawing result. It was not great. It was not terrible either. Let's try in Blender. I was mostly just sketching over it, so it wasn't even that impressive. Okay. Let's download this image. Save as. Um, bonus challenge. Mounting challenge. Oh, fuck. I will do just painting. Here, folder. Painting practice. This is where we'll do it. Save here, and then this also goes to painting practice. Hi. Save 25. Okay. And we grab a reference. So there's different ways we can go about this. Just for the first time, we'll also do like I did on the iPad, where we just kind of um, have it up on top and try to replicate the color to the best of our ability while simplifying it if we can. Kind of like a pseudo value set, right? But slightly different. Um, Image editor. We get the colors we can sample from. Like, my teacher can like canvas. Yes, for my masterpiece. Um, Not important. Dude, me happy? No, I'm all. I wouldn't. I would never do that. Those things. No, that would be like weird. No, I'm not that. Let's grab these colors. Make a base layer. I don't know what the resolution of this is. I can live with this resolution, I think. Let's grab them. Point. Let's grab some main colors. Color palette. Disregard. Accessibility. We will not do color. We will do value because it's basically the one range of colors that you have to worry about. And I'm not going to give a shit about anything else. The value. I get it. If I want to be good at this, I just have to do it. Thing is, my brother is amazing at it. Um, and he's never looked at a tutorial other than just doing it a bunch of times. Does it take a lot longer? Not really. He improved a lot in a short amount of time, in my opinion, like a couple of 3 years. I don't need to be as good as him, right? Okay, so we got now the skin, and we should grab. Wait a minute, this is not the way I should do it. I should grab the darkest color and evolve from that. That's what I should do. Or I could alternatively, well, fucking not just look at see what the fuck. Which brushes I have available. I'll definitely use the skin though. I'll just kind of fill in everything. I don't know exactly how this should work out. Something like that. Okay. Then we should uh, grab the darkest color. Dead center in the eye. Add that color, and then we work from the values based off that. Because now it's on screen as well, so that makes it more fun. Am I basically doing line art? Essentially, yeah. This is what I did last time. Basically on the iPad. Oh, wow. I forgot about that. It's weird to navigate without the color. Makes sense. Wow. What? Not important. Bruh. How do I kind of want it in perspective mode? No. Fuck it. That makes it so that I can't, like, fuck it. I'll just angle this thing. No, let's not do that. Don't angle the waypoint. And we'll not do strength, but we'll do this. I think that's how it goes. And we'll just have to do Can I do that? Settings, play do it here. Oh no. I don't know if I can. Kind of like the small imperfections and that it isn't like fully rendered all the time. But I do need a higher opacity though. The fuck? Something like this. Um, yeah. We'll do the main three values or darkest values. Or we can just do dark. Oh yeah, we can just bruh. We can make how many layers I goddamn want. It don't matter. It makes sense for this. I don't know if this is a trend, but if it's insert there to be a trend there. Or fuck you. It's a little bit more unusual. You can't really just look. Tend to do that with my eyes when I draw them. Yeah. And then we'll just work on the line. Because I know I can just, yeah, I should probably not get used to painting in this way. Just enable it in perspective mode. So I can angle my shit. Rotate mode. Yeah, that works. Not a glue issue. Okay. Got a really cool eye. Got it. Got it. 13-year-old me would have fucking loved it if I made this one. But then again, I'm useful. I probably wouldn't have been able to. I probably would have been able to make this eye, maybe not for the color, but just like the line art. 13-year-old me loved drawing eyes. I don't know, is it visible enough that these have this kind of very dark value like some of them? I don't know if I'm getting the values here. I'm trying not to change up my brush size too much. Yeah, I'm probably doing it too much for the darkest value. Too much darkest value, too much darkest value. Okay, come on the eyebrow and that's it. I had to catch myself there because I almost overdid it. This is the whole thing. Oh, it's fifth is already? I didn't know that. Remember what I said? The most common value is the second darkest value, not the most darkest. At least in this image. Might be different for another image. Another image. Who knows? I don't. Home. So add that. That's the second darkest value. Did I nail it? Not really. Okay. Oh, almost forgot. Not folder. Add another image layer. I think I'll just make it 1,000. This is on top. Difficult to tell. I think it is, yeah. Uh, now I can't see anything. Okay, why does that happen? Bruh. Okay. Difficult to tell. I don't know. I have no idea why this is happening. Hmm. This is alright. What the fuck? Is it the opacity? At least now you see it. That's a little retarded. Gotta be honest. I like it when this kind of eyebrow is the same color. Eyebrow and blender. I need to get used to the brushing. And I need to get used to the paint system as well. So it covers both. And well, that kind of deal. This is the second color that you do the line work with. I think it will turn out fine. I don't think I'll do a darker color than this. That doesn't anymore. Fine. It feels a lot better though. If that is a sentence I can use. Okay. Sometimes navigating is a little bit fucky-wucky, but that's okay. These molds, I really like them. Okay. We got the lines here. And the lines are kind of the same color as the inside. The innermost side here of the eye. Very difficult for me to tell. Um, really, that's the blend layer. It's so retarded. Like you can't. How do you blend them then? Actually, what the fuck? How do I make it so that one, like, there's a bunch of alphas usually, but when I need it, it's not there. Yeah. That's So stupid. Can I do that? Does that do anything? No, that did nothing. Brother, I'm gonna kill you. I mean, this kind of works, kind of. To get too darker to look at it very closely. It's not really the solution, is it? And it didn't even merge properly. Where did the things go? Why is it working now? If I layer it on top, it works? Why? What the fuck? Why can't I like add layers in a dynamic way where it's like everything else is an alpha, like normal layers, you know? It's not really a layer when you just make everything else white as soon as you make a new layer. That's so dumb. How do I fix it? Mix. Oh, not mix. Um, add is a better way to put it. Or overlay? Overlay. That doesn't do anything. I, I don't know if I did it correctly. That also doesn't do shit. Darken, light, off. Blender has a different blending mode. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Blender for the, which one does what? Um, there you go. Blend, blend color, negative pencil. Not really what I want. What's it called? Um, overlay. Yeah, there's gonna be quite a lot of these. Make mode. The color blend mode. Well, that didn't really help. Huh. It's not easy, is it, to figure out anything in Blender, is it? Um, Opacity, yeah, mix, blending, and different. Okay, it was mix with mix, darken, multiply, color burn, color burn, lighten, green. Like these names are not anything that makes sense to anyone else. Color dodge. What? Uh, potential. And we'll make it look it up, please. Yeah, input A, input B, it makes sense. I know that one. Multiply, darkens unless one input is white. Negative multiply, okay, yeah. Sure. Overlay combines multiply and screen, darken, shadows, lighten, highlight, preserve midtones. I want to over to alpha textures to create layers for Photoshop, which blending word I use. I don't want to blend any color. Each color should be very distinct, as I am doing a value. Now that you know. Use the alpha composite over layering. What? How do I do this? Uh, no, I'm not gonna do that. New image. How the fuck do people use? Thing is, I look at like these tutorials and they just make layers. They don't have a single problem, and they refuse to tell me which. Very simple. How do I layer between them? Like this huge problem that I'm having. I cannot make more than one color. And they just simply do not have that problem. It's very annoying. Material blend mode. Set to alpha blending, not add multiplier. Okay, can I do that here? Oh, you psycho did? Why do you preserve some of them? Um, because it's supposed to be on top. Mhm. The dumbest setting ever. I gotta be honest, this whole, oh, it's such an easy thing to use. What the fuck? Your dumbass paint system doesn't, it is really difficult to use. But no one else seems to have an issue. That's what annoys me. It's what annoys me so fucking much about these painting software. It's like half the battle is knowing where the fuck the brush is. Jesus, I can't find anything. Okay, it's gone to be here. Video review. Documentation. Getting started. Jesus. Yeah. This is kind of what I'm struggling with. Oh, God. Ah, bruh. What the fuck? Blend possible blend mode. Damn, whole damn thing. It's an amazing like idea, but I can't use any of it. How the fuck is everyone else using it? As soon as I click like, oh, what are the different blend modes? It just brings me back here. Yeah, I know the different blend modes here, but it doesn't show me like what is the practical like none of them actually work. I click multiply, the first layer disappears. I click mix, half of them don't even work together. It's like what? No, it's not what I wanted. Because the mix just makes everything dark, and it's being stupid. I know what happened. Hmm, I think. Yeah, mix is kind of working, but what does overlay do? That's not cool. Okay, it did look real bad in the grayscale, that's all. Um, I think I just do stuff. That was it. Let me just try all the different types. Ooh, okay, that's kind of weird. Darking kind of works, actually. Darken actually works. And it doesn't fuck with the color a lot, either. Huh. Ooh. The screen was the opposite. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, I see how this works. Color dodge? I thought that's what color dodge was gonna do. I kind of similar to screen, but in a slightly different way because you see here as well. Because I hate, yeah, okay, it doesn't actually make a huge difference. There's a slight opacity difference. Because I hate it when like Blender's user manuals is like, oh, let's describe our content to people. Okay, multiply is also not terrible, but multiply is kind of like if you made both of them more opaque and just layered them how I kind of wanted them to begin with. Just layer them on top of each other. Multiply makes sense. I get what multiply is. Linear, right? That's the thing. Okay, yeah, they're mostly the same kind of things. This disappears. Okay. Mix works the way that I thought, and darken. Those are the two that I'm probably going to use. Because what did darken do? If I grab both values, and then it said it made everything kind of darker. This is incredibly unhelpful. Oh, because this is the possible blend mode, and it just has the name. It's like, bro, I could have figured that out on my own, dumbass. I'm sorry. I'm angry. My bad. It is my bad. Um, I had Princess P. Here it is. Um, paint system versus year group paint. Because you could paint, I feel like it's older, but uh, it's getting more updated. There's no tutorials for either. I just know that Craft Reaper uses paint system. I used to, I downloaded You Could Paint, but I couldn't figure it out. It's very similar. yeah, AI. Because I'm like, what the fuck's the difference between paint system? I guess it's somewhat more editable and no, I didn't fucking. These are more like nodes. Hmm. Hmm. Please. Hmm, this is not bad. I couldn't find a good tutorial, and so that's the advantage of Zuka Paint. There's a lot more tutorials. A lot more tutorials. Like people use it. This is a very simple. I'd love to see. Yeah, he makes this with Yuku Paint. So if he's able to make that with Yuku Paint, oh my, and he has a channel. The guy who made it has a channel that shows all the different like things. For sure. Just bite the bullet. Let's follow him on Twitter, I guess. Sorry, X. No, I've never used Twitter, and it's weird to call it X. You know, uh, Elon Musk obsession. It's not that I can't use. I just figured out that I didn't. I forgot the fact that I had a base layer here with this color. So the multiply works like I intended. It's just that I made the whole thing white. I was like upset because I thought it made the outline for solid white and then blocked it, but I misunderstood. Got angry for no reason. And then, yeah, it sounds like me, right? Get angry, ask questions later. Because I can't really get angry at this because this is part of the base color. So yeah, and if you apply darken, it does what I want it to do anyway. So for all intents and purposes, this is okay for painting. But Yucca has the exact same thing with layering. But then again, what's really nice about this is the fact that if I just go to shading, here are the nodes. You know, if I want to make something, like it, this is really good. There's the image. Image, and I don't really know about that. That's from PSPS. I don't know. I'll download Yucca Paint again. Let's see. Man, I tuckered myself out being angry at the world. Yeah. And it supports drivers, which is somewhat better, which means you can, um, if you paint two different paintings on the same model, you can kind of mesh between them and maybe synchronize that up with metadata differences. So what that means is like, if I want to animate someone smiling, and I don't want to keep this description or weird way, or I want to repaint something on the face, say that I want them to have like a glimmer in the eye when they smile or something. You can do that. Like you can synchronize it. I've seen the video. Like it's literally this video. He did it for like a horny lady, which is, men be what men do, but it seems so much better. You can add layers you can animate layers essentially. It's pretty cool. It's easier to play what? No, 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 no. Okay. If you can make that in Blender, that's pretty wild. I have no idea. Ocean Marine, fucking anime, whatever. Never really watched a single anime, so I don't really know. The only thing I watched was Shibuya and the first season of Attack on Titan, and then I just gave up. I don't care. It's so exaggerated. Most everything is so exaggerated. I hate it. How did you layer it? This the fucker anyway. Go to him on Twitter. Follow him. I am following him. Some May. Some May. Oh, he even animated it. Like I'm not gonna make thick ladies like this, but I don't know. It's a really good job. If you can do that, then it's good enough, right? Oh, Chrome just. Oh, yeah, I forgot I was gonna do a virus. Perfect. I haven't downloaded anything that could be, but we're fucking give it a check. Gumroad, there it is. Or GitHub, sorry. Oh, Gumroad is fine. Oh, it gives away a lot of these for free. Okay, that's enough of this. I just wanted, okay, you don't have the taste in paint system here, just horny woman. I mean, whatever drives you. Following Zero, what a fucking thing. What a legend. Following Zero by 241 followers. He's his own man. All he does is make big titties online and get followed by nobody. Like a true man. Okay, I'm gonna download this. Let me just eat. I'm so hungry. That's why I'm lashing out more than I care to admit. Learning to draw folds. Fuck, he's also doing that? Fuck. Folded immediately. Yeah, that's what I did. I just fucking gave up. I love it when people just go, sorry, this is a little sketch I did. And it's like, bitch, you worked 6 hours on this. It's not a sketch. Shut up, dude. My brain's right. This Euchre paint is really dumb. It's got Coon Fader, which is fine. I mean, I could pick that up myself. Um, and then it's got maybe occlusion. Well, not really. Look at it. Wow, look at this ambient occlusion. He added the cavity feature, essentially. Um, and then, of course, paint normal, which I know I use the paint into this one. And if it can, then that's my ball. I think, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just get rid of excessive things. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah. Considering this is the program the guy who made the arcane animation used to make an arcane copy, would probably be the thing I'm gonna use. Ah, God. Okay, I'll end the stream and then I'll eat. die a little. But anyway, I don't really think it's too much, and I'll be right back.